Today I'm going to show you 4 exercises for upper back tightness. So I give these often to my patients who have upper back tightness, to my new moms who are breastfeeding a lot and hunched over carrying a baby a lot, or just anyone who needs upper back mobility and strengthening. So first we're going to start with this band. You can get any strength of these bands online or at like a sporting goods store. And I use it in the doorway. So what I like to do, open the door, I put it on the opposite door handle, and then we close the door. We close the door till it latches, and then it's solid. You also can wrap it around a rail if you have a rail at your home. And what we're gonna do is what's called rows. So I'm just sort of pulling and I'm squeezing. I'll show you from the back angle. I'm squeezing my shoulder blades as I pull. So keep the top of your shoulders relaxed and pull, squeeze those shoulder blades together back here. Okay, so this is a great exercise to do. Find a medium amount of resistance. And this really just opens up the front of the chest and it strengthens the back of the upper body. Okay, our other 3 exercises we're gonna do on the mat here. And so we're gonna start on our hands and knees in this next exercise. And we're gonna do what's called cat-cow. And so we're trying to get as much mobility through each segment of the spine that we can. And so I'm trying to round up and get movement through my lumbar spine, my lower back, and my upper spine, my thoracic spine. And we're trying to get each segment to move. Equally is ideal, but none of us have ideal bodies. So as much as you can from each segment, and then the opposite direction as much as you can from each segment. And then we're gonna do what's called thread the needle. So I come back to like a neutral spine position, and this is a little bit different than the yoga version. So we're gonna start with reaching through, and then I'm gonna look where my hand is going, and I'm gonna reach up. So reach through as far as we can, and then reach up as far as you can, looking where you're going so you get a little extra mobility. And then we'll do the opposite side. So reach through, and then I'm looking at my hand reaching up. This is really good for getting your upper back to move better. Last one. Excellent. We are going to end with a lovely stretch on the foam roll. So if you don't have a foam roll, you can do this just laying on the ground. If this is too intense of a stretch, just on the flat ground is a good place to start. But you're gonna lay on the length of the foam roller and make sure your head is supported, and then your legs can be wide to stabilize you. And we're just gonna let the arms hang out to the side and relax. So sometimes stiffness in your back can be from chest tightness, and so this is really stretching the front of the chest. I prefer to stretch this way rather than in the door because gravity is letting you stretch. You can relax more, and it doesn't feel like it's pulling on the front of my shoulder as much. I feel like I can get a stretch like across the chest. So just take some deep breaths, let everything relax, and just let gravity do the stretching for you. And if you need more of a stretch, you can start to move the angle of your arms, or if you need a stretch in a different place. So this, I start to feel more in my shoulders as I come up here. This I feel more across my chest. So find what feels good for you. And like I said, if this is too intense of a stretch, you can just do this without the foam roller on the ground. So for some people, this might be where you need to start.